I am Uyai and Nia can come to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the headlines. Rises. President Tinubu says over 1 trillion naira saved since subsidy removal. Plus, Russian Armed Forces Chief Gerasimov visits Zaporizhzhia front lines. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Good afternoon. We begin the news this afternoon from the national scene where President Bola Tinubu has said that the federal government of Nigeria has saved 1 trillion naira in 2 months since the removal of the petrol subsidy. Tinubu said these monies that would have been otherwise squandered by those he called smugglers and fraudsters will now be channeled into intervention programs targeting families nationwide, while acknowledging the hardship occasioned by an unavoidable lag in palliative. The president also promised. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has approved the appointment of Ajuri Ngele as Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity. This is made known in a statement by the Director of Information Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Basi. According to the statement, the appointment takes effect from 31st of July and will terminate at the end of the current administration unless otherwise decided by the President. Away from that, the federal government has ordered security agencies to beef up surveillance patrols around the second Niger Bridge and its surroundings to prevent further vandalism. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Bermuda Maman, disclosed this in Asaba, Delta State, while inspecting the bridge. Maman, while condemning the protection of the national asset, could not be left to the security agencies alone. Recall that the federal government had on July 12, after it was opened in May by former President Muhammadu Buhari. From the Green Chambers now, where the House of Representatives has pledged to effectively oversee the implementation of palliative programs to ensure maximum benefit to the task of President Bola Tinubu. According to the statement, the House commended Tinubu for announcing palliatives aimed at alleviating the adverse economic distress due to the gap between the removal of the subsidy and the implementation of palliative measures. It expressed optimism that the policies and initiatives. In a separate development, the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has criticized President Bola Tinubu's declaration that the review of minimum wage was imminent. The Congress noted that it was open knowledge that the review of minimum wage would commence in 2024 as stipulated by law. The statement, which was signed by the national president Joe Ajaero, said organized labor has been forced to negotiate with empty space on the federal government side, as the federal government has not matched its public, has not been inaugurated and has not met. In another development, the Director General of the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, Adewale Oyerinde, said that the depleting number of industries in the country are unable to employ the high turnout of graduates churned out annually. He also said the unstable educational system caused by threats of strikes and other challenges negates the ability to produce graduates who are employable and competitive within the country. The African Center for Career Enhancement and Skills Support held at the National Universities Commission headquarters in Abuja. According to him, issues of skills development and employability are front-burner issues as they speak to some of the pillars that ensure business sustainability, productivity and competitiveness, where employers can gain access to a skilled workforce and talent pool, urging educational institutions to stay current with industry trends to ensure that graduates are equipped. The ministry has said that it will soon start evacuating its nationals in Niger following a coup last week. It said that amid the deteriorating security situation, evacuations by air were being prepared and will take place very soon in a very limited span of time. Recall that the Niger President Mohamed Bazoum was over country in the Sahel after Burkina Faso and Mali to experience a coup in less than 3 years. Any military intervention in Niger as a declaration of war on them. Recall that the regional organization echoed in a coup on Wednesday, but Burkina Faso and Mali said in such as from the two junta-led countries. On the foreign scene, Russian Defense Ministry says the country said Garamus inspected the command post of the troop grouping in the Zaporizhia direction. The Defense Ministry added that Gerasimov drew attention to the timely identification of the arrival, the launching of preventive strikes against it, and the conduct of counter-battery warfare during their inspection. Varnin says a drone has struck the same building in Moscow that was hit on Sunday. Sobanin said several drones that were trying to fly into Moscow were shot down by the country's air defense, noting that one flew into a tower. The Russian Defense Ministry said 3 drones were intercepted, but the business and shopping development in the west of the capital was also hit, as well as the 5th and 6th floors of a 50-story building were damaged, adding that no casualties were recorded. Saudi Arabian club Al Ittihad.
Business exists only to meet the needs of the people, but there's an extra advantage if your product and services are pitched on a platform that gives you the added advantage over your competitors. For your desired return on investment and so much more, advertise on Spectrum Television, on StarTime's DTH Channel 421 and on free-to-air with a frequency of 12733. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned now to the rest of the news stories. On our business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has exempted primary mortgage banks, PMBs, and microfinance banks, MFBs, that provide banking services to the poor from its cash withdrawal limit. The Apex Bank gave the directive in a circular released to banks and other financial institutions, which was signed by the Director of Payment System Management Department, Musa Jimo. It stated that the directive is to enable them to continue in playing their expected roles in the economy and provide specialized retail banking service to their customers. Still in business, figures from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has revealed that the country's external reserves lost $167.2 million in July as the Naira fell further to the dollar. The figures obtained from the CBN on movement of external reserves also showed that the reserves, which ended June 30, 2023 at $34.12 billion, fell to $33.95 billion as of July 28, 2023. Reports say in the past 2 weeks, the Naira fell from 820 per dollar to 808.68 per dollar at the parallel market on Monday. At the I&E window on the FMDQ, the Naira trading commenced at $784.91 per dollar and reached a high of 830 per dollar before closing at 756 per dollar. On our health news, the Nasarawa state government has said no fewer than 23,224 residents of the state have tested positive for the viral hepatitis B and C infection. The permanent secretary of the state Ministry of Health, Dr. Janet Angabzo, disclosed this during a press briefing held in commemoration of the 2023 World Hepatitis Day tagged "We are not waiting, one life, one liver" in Lafia. She explained that a total of 229,682 individuals were screened, out of which 23,224 residents tested positive for the disease, adding that some of the infected persons are presently being treated in government hospitals across the 13 local government areas of the state. The permanent secretary further appealed to the general public to make themselves available for HBV and HCV testing in government hospitals across the 13 local government areas of the state, and to avoid the use of unsterilized sharp objects, sharing of needles or syringes, and the transfusion of unscreened blood and blood products. Still in health, the health agencies in Bauchi, Gombe and Jigawa have announced plans to distribute over 2 million doses of drugs to stem the spread of neglected tropical diseases, NTDs. The states also scaled up sensitization activities and trained health personnel to enhance surveillance, detection and treatment of the disease. The health official stated this in a separate interview while responding to a survey on NTDs by newsmen in Bauchi, Titse and Gombe. Reports say NTDs are a diverse group of tropical infections that are common in low-income populations in developing regions of Africa, Asia and the Americas. In sports, Brazil midfielder Fabinho has completed a move to Saudi Arabian club Al Ittihad from Liverpool on a 3-year deal. The 29-year-old did not travel with the Reds to a recent training camp in Germany after the Saudi side made a £40 million bid for him. Fabinho was also left out of the club's current trip to Singapore as the move was finalized. Capped 29 times by his country, he joined Liverpool in July of 2018 from Monaco for a fee in the region of £39 million. Fabinho is Al Ittihad's latest high-profile signing this summer as part of a widespread influx of players into the Saudi Pro League. Still in sports, Atalanta striker Rasmus Højlund is set to undergo medical with Manchester United today ahead of a proposed move. Both clubs have agreed a deal worth £64 million plus £10 million in add-ons for the 20-year-old. Højlund is poised to become Erik ten Hag's third signing of the summer after Mason Mount and Andre Onana. He has already agreed terms of a 5-year deal with the option of a further year at Old Trafford. On our entertainment scene, Nigerian singer Adekunle Gold's fifth project, Tequila Ever After, has raised the singer to another point in his artistic evolution as his music and style exude the properties of a rock star. Speaking on how he made his latest album, Gold shared that he had what he liked to call a life-changing shot of tequila, and the liquor placed him in a fantastic mood and inspired him to make his best music yet. Still on entertainment, American actor and cast of HBO's popular series Euphoria, Angus Cloud has reportedly passed away. Angus, who played the much-loved character Fensco Fairs O'Neill in the teen drama, died yesterday at his family home in Oakland, California. According to reports, his family reported that he had struggled with the passing of his father, who was laid to rest in Ireland last week and battled with suicidal thoughts. The actor had starred in numerous films but landed his breakout role in Euphoria from 2019 to 2022. So we have for you at this time. Do well to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Uyai Anyeka, and thanks for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon.